ladies and gentlemen of the wider nerfing community and the nerf modding community, I have a confession to make. I have been into nerf for an awfully long time, and I've been sort of more actively modding and getting involved for the last couple of years. And yet, to this day, I have never modded one of these.
Do I look angry?
Until now. Yes, that is right. After a good couple of years of being quite heavily involved in doing some pretty interesting mods, ow. Yes, that is right. After a couple of years of having been involved in the community a little bit more and having done some, really nice, good, fun mods that I very much enjoyed doing, I have finally decided that it is time to atone for my sins and modify a Stryfe. Now, the reason this came about is because my girlfriend is quite interested in getting into going to Nerf Wars with me, but she is not as enamoured as I am with the idea of modding. Whilst I was showing her some pictures of some mods that other people had done, some images from Monkeytron Collective came up. If you haven't heard of Monkeytron Collective, they're absolutely fantastic, do some brilliant stuff, and recently Big Al went to End War in America, and he's got some brilliant videos about that as well. Now, this particular blaster that she picked up on was I think it was a 4 Victory that was Rainbow Dash themed. For those of you not in the know, Rainbow Dash is one of the characters from My Little Pony.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria, there were 2 regal...
And she absolutely loved it. So, out of sort of common decency really for the source material, I contacted Monkeytron Collective and asked them if they would be okay with me plagiarising the concept of My Little Pony blasters to produce something for her. And it just so happened that I had a couple of Stryfes lying around, so one of those was effectively donated to the cause. And here is the finished blaster, complete with jam door removal, because tactically I don't like having jam doors on my blasters. If you get a jam, then having a door to open slows you down, and when you've removed that particular lock, the door serves no purpose anyway. Gone for some nice Rainbow Dash colours and preserved the stripe. If anyone knows a good way of doing the elite stripe on one of these blasters, I would really appreciate it, because this took a lot of masking. Little Rainbow Dash face! Rainbow Dash face! Some Rainbow Dash hair, which again was directly plagiarised from Monkeytron Collective, who have been really good about, basically allowing me to reproduce their idea in a Stryfe. Obviously completely rewired. I put a great deal of thought into the internals in this blaster. I selected from the wide array of 1 pair of motors that I had available to me, some Worker 132s, and paired those with some of the Worker white flywheels, which gives me exactly the same performance as pretty much every other Stryfe out there. Turns out, 3D printed parts, a lot more difficult to paint than I thought they were going to be. That went horribly wrong, and I had to sand it off and start again. Unfortunately, because the only LiPo that I have available to me at the moment is bigger than this battery compartment, even with the Worker extended battery door, Unfortunately, my LiPo is too big for my girlfriend's battery compartment, if you know what I mean. When I do the firing demo in a minute, the LiPo is kind of going to be hanging out of the side, and that will be rectified when I manage to acquire a new LiPo for it. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. I don't usually do gloss clear coats, but I felt that when you're doing My Little Pony, you know, it's got to be sort of glossy and shiny and pretty. So that is why I didn't go for the usual matte clear coat that I put on most of my blasters. So that's it really for the build itself. Let's take it outside and give it a fire. Wow, this thing is ripping heads off. I really don't think I want to give this to my girlfriend now. I might keep it for myself. So there you go then. That is my first ever Stryfe build, which is disgraceful considering how long I've been modding Nerf blasters for. I hope you'll all forgive me and that this blaster makes up for the fact that I have never done one before.